Hello, beautiful angels, and welcome to the Spirits Within Us. My name is Zena, my team is here, creators here. Any negative energies that are being sent towards the channel, to myself, or to you, the viewer, I transmute that into pure, unconditional love, light, and healing energies for our minds, bodies, and souls. I send love out to those that are sending it, and I hope that they find joy, peace, and happiness in their hearts. So, we'll just get straight on with the reading. I hope you all had a lovely weekend. And I have no idea where we're going. We'll just go where we're guided. So we have the Star. We have the Temperance Angel. Wow, two beautiful cards. And we have the Empress as well. Beautiful. So we're going to go on this one. Yeah, we're going to go. And we're going to see who's with you, because you are the Star, the Temperance Angel, the Empress, you know, so many possibilities there. You was born to be a star, basically. You were born to shine. And I think you were born with abilities, basically. You've got the Temperance Angel, so you are an healer. And we have the Empress at the end, which is obviously at the moment you're very fertile in what you're doing. You're connected to Mother Earth. You're connected to everything, basically. You go in and out of portals. You have some ideas at the moment what you actually want to bring into fruition to make this star part of you start shining. You know, I do believe it's something on the healing nature. You could be, you know, in any field at all to do with healing. And, you know, you could be a plastic surgeon or something like that. You know what I mean? It's just so vast. Or you could be a Reiki master. Anything. That's what the Temperance Angel is. It's someone who's very healing, loving, kind, giving, caring. And, you know, you were sent here to change the world, basically, with your star prowess and your Empress abilities. You know, you could be the Empress or the Emperor as well. So over the Star, wow, we have Kalimar, and I have shuffled these. Facing your fear, major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. So yeah, you, like I say, you've always been the Star, and you've always had, you know, you've always faced your fear, basically. So anything that's come on your path, you have always faced it head on. And you know that when something does come onto your path, it's there for a reason. And this is what makes you the Star. You know, you're very in tune with yourself. You're very in tune with your whole system. And you know that you was put here basically to learn these lessons. And I believe that when you've had challenges in your life, and you've hit them head on. So if, you know, you'll learn from a challenge straight away, and you learn from it so that you're always very aware of what's coming next. You know, your intuition is very, very spot on, basically. We have Serpus Bay with Ascension over the Temperance Angel. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. So yeah, like I was saying, you've always, you know, you've always been in that kind of a mode that you know that it's ascension, that the things that you're actually doing with your life, with yourself, is about ascending. I believe that you've been like this all of your life, basically. You're very quiet though. You've always stood back and assessed the situations. You've never been someone who will rush into anything. You've always thought about it. You could be an air sign. You could have a lot of air placements with the Star, you know, with your thinking, with your your wisdom and your knowledge. So you could, I mean, the Star is air, isn't it? So, you know, you've got that mental ability to push forward and to know what you actually want out of life. And this is what you do, and you always face your fears, and you continuously are ascending, and you've always been ascending, but we're all ascending in one way, shape or form. That this is a part of what we're here for, is to grow and to ascend into something different, into something new. We're here to learn and experience. I think one of the main things about being on this planet is to learn love and to learn feelings and understanding of each other and one another and of everything on off the planet, you know. And this is you with being the Temperance Angel. Over the Empress, we have Master Buddha with increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. So that's over the Empress, and this is what you have. You have a very deep understanding of yourself from what you've been going through, from every time you faced your fears and you ascended, you had increased awareness. Each time you learned and you understood that this was a part of your ascension. This is a part of who you are and why you came here. And this is, I do believe that since we've got the increased awareness over the Empress, it's about your path at the moment is to, you know, is to trust in yourself more, is to trust in the wisdom and the knowledge that's been coming through to you. You've been getting quite a few downloads, very, you know, lots and lots of ideas, and it's telling you to trust in these ideas that you've been getting, to trust in the ideas and to put these ideas into fruition, because you're someone who does face your fear. And this is what you've got to do. Face your fear now. Face it head on. Ascend into it with the Temperance Angel. And, you know, increase your awareness, basically, on what you want to do and do it, basically. This is what you're being told to do. Over the Star, we have Green Tara with Supreme Protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitations and trust. So you've always had protection. You've always had, you know, you came into this world as the Star, so you've always had supreme protection. You've always had protection from Creator. And I do believe that you've always sensed a presence around you. You've always known that there is someone, something there, something higher than yourself there. You've always had this self-awareness. And you know, the cords are all being cut now from anything. Well, this is a past thing, yeah. The cords were cut. You've cut the cords. I believe that you do that. You're someone who, when you go through and you face your fear, you face that fear head on. And then once you face that challenge, I do believe that you actually do cut the cords and on the attachments of the fear that you just faced, so you can move on into your ascension phase, into your temperance era. You know, this is who you are. We have Mary Magdalene with the Teacher Awakens, and this is with the Temperance Angel. And you have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. So I do believe that you have been getting a lot of intuitive downloads coming through to you at this time to put you on the right trajectory, so that it's basically, I do believe that whatever it is that you're doing in an healing nature, it is to help others, and this is where you're going to go. This is these are the ideas that have been there in your head, basically, and it's telling you to go forward and put these ideas down, because, you know, you have the Empress at the next to follow it. So it's basically telling you that whatever you've been thinking, the ideas and everything, falling over the Empress, because that is very, very fruitful, is to go for it and to do it. And we have the Holy Spirit, and it's saying to expect miracles, because if you put your right foot forward, basically, and you do these things, these ideas, and you put all of this into practice, what you've been thinking about, You know, you're going to expect miracles. Miracles are going to be coming your way. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. So, you know, you haven't got to overthink these miracles. You haven't got to sit there and try to manifest these miracles, because they will come naturally. Because I believe that you are so balanced with your lower chakras and your heart, these miracles just come in naturally. It's just that you don't have to do the law of attraction. You don't have to do anything all this overthinking what people say, oh, this is how you do it, because that ain't how you do it really. It's basically you just let things be and you just let things happen. And I do believe this is you just let things naturally occur. And that's what the Holy Spirit is saying to you, is just allow things to naturally occur with this Empress, the Emperor, with this project, this new idea, this new concept basically that you have. It is going to be really fruitful. It is going to bring in a lot of abundance. And that's what the Holy Spirit is telling you. Over the star, we have Horus, cosmic gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. So yeah, again with the star, it's like whatever you think can be brought into fruition. I know it says it's like contradicting basically what I just said, but these thoughts, these ideas, this is what you've got to change to build into, into this new business, this new idea, this new concept you have. And I believe that you've been going in and out of portals all of your life, and it's that natural to you. You don't even let it phase you anymore. It's just something that actually happens. You can't explain to people what is actually happening. You can't. It's something that you can't explain because it's always been there. It's something that's very natural to you. It's always been natural to you to go in and out of these portals, to pick up these ideas. And I do believe that, I know it's a bit out there, but it's about time traveling, basically, to teleporting yourself into the future and seeing exactly what you want with the Empress there. So it's like, this is something that you naturally do. You can naturally move yourself back and forward in time, and you've got with Horus, with the gateway behind him, it's like as though you do time jumping, time portal jumping, and it brings in these new ideas and concepts. I do believe that you have got ancient Egyptians with you, basically. We have the Temperance Angel with Lady Nada, Art Awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. So yeah, you are in balance, and you did awake to the fact that you are divine love, and this is why you are the Temperance Angel. You are creation, you are a part of creation, and you understand that, and you understand about love. And I do believe you give unconditional love, and this is who you are, basically. I believe that you're very forgiving, and you work on the concept of not just the commandments of the Bible, but I believe that you also work on the universal laws also. You're very aware of all of that, and you're aware of all of that without even having to read up on it. It's just who you are. This is who you naturally are. You naturally keep within these rules, basically, the laws of the universe, the laws of creation. You abide by them, and this is what makes you such a good, beautiful, kind, caring person with the Temperance Angel. And Lady Nada and your Art Awakening. And that's what I was saying. This is where your manifestations do come from, with the awakening of your art, with joining and combining your lower three chakras, and bringing it up into your heart central, and then connecting with your third eye, with your mind power, so you can bring all these beautiful thoughts and ideas into creation. Over the Empress, we have Elmora, awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. So again, another protection card. You are fully protected, and this venture that you're going into, it is fully protected. This venture this idea, this concept that you've been putting together, it's basically telling you that, it's there. It just needs you to step into it. If you haven't already, So we're going to do let's do some more cards to get another little bit of a reading. But this is really nice. This is a nice little reading. It's all about you, basically, and why not have it about you for a change without any outside interference, which is really good. Okay, over the start. Oops, there's two there. Quite sticky. My thoughts are empowering and loving. So that's it. You've got, your thoughts. They're empowering, they're loving. You've always had an inner wisdom, like I was saying before, an inner knowledge. You've always had these ideas, these concepts, these thoughts, and you know that it all comes from within you. And this is why you are the star, this is why you are the star. Over the Temperance Angel, we have I let go of limiting thoughts that are holding me back. So you're very much in the now. You've moved into a phase of your life, whereas basically everything that came before, you've let it go. You've let everything from your past go, whatever it was. I mean, I do believe you've had some ups and downs in your past, but because of who you are, you've just let it go, and you've moved into the concept of being in the now. You live every moment with mindfulness. We've got an eagle here, and that is very much shamanic to me. So it's about with you connecting, like with the Temperance Angel again. You're connecting with the power of the earth, the power of Mother Earth, and you're actually at one with Earth, with everything about it. You've got a big shiny temple over there. Well, it's like a mountain, but it's too spiky. It's more of a temple to me, and you can see the light coming out of it. And there you are, all light and glowy and shiny, and that's where you're headed. You're headed to the top of a mountain, basically. This is who you are, and you've got your third eye and your crown. It's actually two other dimensions there, I would say. So that is the portals above your head, and this is fallen on top of the cosmic gateway. So you don't just use your 7 chakras, you use the 13 chakras, and this is how you can go into all of these different dimensions and portals, basically. Over the Empress, we have life is a dream within a dream, and I do believe that you understand that, and this is where a lot of your ideas and for your business, for your future, come from. You dream a lot, and that is where you go with. The Empress, I've always said that's a portal behind the Empress, and that's what you do. You go through portals in your dreams. You astral project into different realms, different different times, different spaces. You can go backwards and forwards. And if you look at this, the way the cards have fallen, above the star we had Horus with the cosmic gateway, and above the Empress, who actually holds a portal, and with the dream there. So that is like, past and future and now. So you can easily, being the Temperance Angel, go backwards and forwards in time to bring everything into this now balanced you, basically. Over the star, we have through faith and love, I hope I am and hope I am divinely guided on my path. And again with the eagle, you know, and with all the beautiful lights going through that doorway. And that's it, you've always had Creator there with you, guiding you, putting you on the right trajectory. You've always, you know, you may have stepped off the path, you know, because we've all had to learn lessons basically. You have stepped off the path, but you've always got back on the path because you have always been divinely guided. And this was, this is you, you know, like it says, you've always had faith and hope. And that is why you are the star, because you've always held that faith and that hope within your heart. And again, she's going through a portal, through a doorway. Over the Temperance Angel, I let go of fears that are stored in my soul. And that is what I was saying. There's a bird above again. There's a lot of, you know, nature. You connect very much to nature. And there's another portal again. And this is what I've been saying. You let go of the fears that are stored in your soul. So anything that has been stored from not just this life, from past lives, yeah, you let it go. You've let it go. I think that you've been on a massive awakening, a journey. I mean, when we started, it was about ascension and about moving yourself forward and becoming an higher being, basically. It's about consciousness, raising your consciousness. And I believe that this is what you've been doing. You've been continuously raising your consciousness. And you've let go of all your fears, and you know, you're starting to let your soul soar, basically, and you're letting it all go. You know, we've got a lion there, which you have the strength, like we started off with the star, and it's like the strength as well. You have the strength of a lioness here, a lion, you know, and that is who you are in the very now moment, living consciously, knowing that each moment is a new moment, you know, and this moment in time is the time that you're going to change your life, basically. You do it mindfully. Everything you do it mindfully. Over the Empress, we have, I connect with the strength and the wisdom of my ancestors. And there again, we have birds again, and that looks very much like a shamanic healer to me. So not only did you go through some major ascensions and major awakenings in your lifetime, you've been going through them a lot, you know, you've been learning. We're not going to dwell on anything that's caused anything. Whatever's caused it, and it's gone, because I believe that that's who you were, and this is who you are now. You actually learn and you move and you learn from each time you get into any situations. You learn from it and you move on from it, and you've connected with your ancestors, and this is what gives you the strength and the wisdom, is your ancestors, with the Temperance Angel, with the star, with the Empress, Emperor. It's like they're there for you. You've connected with your past, your present and your future ancestors, because like I said, you have the portals above the star with the Horus energy, and you have the Empress who has a portal. Every single line basically has portals. Every single one of these lines has portals, and these portals are what you actually go through, and this is how you act, how you are in life. Basically, you go through portals continuously, and you're continuously evolving, you're continuously ascending, you're continuously raising your consciousness into something absolutely beautiful. And whilst you do this, and whilst you get into your dreamscape and get all these ideas and all these downloads, you're building a very successful life for yourself, a very successful business. And this is where it comes from, and this is the Empress. This is everything that you do, you remember and you put it into this very now moment, you know. Over the star, we have precious time. And like I said about time and portals and moving from past to present to future, I believe you can do this. I believe that once within the next 20 to 30 years, we're all going to start seeing a lot of changes in the world and a lot of changes in humanity. We're going to start understanding exactly who we are and what we can actually do, you know, and that we made time because we had to try and understand it, but we are time. We can make time and change time and alter time, and that is what we can do with the being that's inside of us as a human. The fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. So that's it. It's like you may have in the past, you know, been on a little journey where others were wasting your time and you basically wasted their time back. And I think you understood and you learned from this. So because you can go backwards and forwards in time, you've understood that you can go back and look at the situations that brought out the worst in you, you know. Even though you're the star, we're all shiny in one aspect, but we've also got to drift off our path every now and again, and we always come back onto our path, you know, onto our north node, onto our right trajectory. And you always understood that time is precious. Time is something that, you know, you can move through, and, you know, you can manipulate time, basically. I know that's a strong word, manipulation, but on this sense, it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing, because you're not a bad person, you know. You are the star, the temperance, and the Empress, basically. Over the temperance angel, we have journey. It's time to prepare for a journey. It may be impromptu or planned. Either way, make sure you're ready when the time comes. Pack your passport now. Now that was on the downside, basically. So at the moment, I don't think you have any plans to be moving in any direction. I think you've got your, you know what you're going to do, and you know that you've got a plan, and you're going to put that plan into fruition, basically. So all the work and all the hard work and all the planning and all the prepping that you've been doing, you now know that you don't need to move anywhere else. You don't need to learn anything else at the moment. All you've got to do is get it together, basically. You know, your consciousness already knows where it's going. So you don't need to travel anymore, basically. Over the Empress, we have fairy spotting. With it's time to go fairy spotting. It's said that seeing is believing, but in fact, the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. So you've got to believe in yourself. Believe more in the Empress, Emperor who you are. Believe in this idea, in this concept that you actually have been given. Pardon me. And, you know, you will see how your abundance starts coming in. So you've got to start believing in this concept, in this idea. You don't need to do anything else, basically. This is what Spirit is saying to you. You don't have to do anything else. Just believe in what the idea that you have and put this idea into practice. Do it. This is what I'm getting. They're saying to me, just get ahead and do it. Do what's needed to be done, because you have it. You have everything. You have everything you need. You have all the cards, basically. That's what they've just said. And you can move forward into this venture, and you know, you don't need anyone else. You can do this on your own, because you've already got creator. You've got a lot of presence, a lot of help, and a lot of wisdom with you. So over the star, we have happiness, and that came on the downward side. So I'm aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. So there has been something that brought you down and tried to take away your happiness in the past. And you understood this. You understood this, whatever you were dealing with at the time. You understood that they were trying to take away your happiness. So I do believe that you moved out of this situation. You moved yourself out of the situation from the past. And we've got discipline over the Temperance Angel. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So yeah, you moved out of this because there was no happiness in this situation that you were in. And you moved into the Temperance Angel position and you started to discipline yourself. You know, you started to know that once you set your mind to it, you can do anything basically. And this is who you are. This is who you actually are with the Temperance Angel. And you've always had that kind of a discipline. And that's why you moved yourself out of the situations that you were in, the people, places and things that were trying to affect your happiness. Because for you to be abundant and for you to manifest, you need to be happy. You need to be in love. And it will come. It just comes naturally, basically. Over the Empress, I think you're aware of that. Over the Empress, we have purpose. So this is your purpose. Your purpose was to actually come here and to do exactly what you're doing. You've got something. I know what I am here to do. You've always known what you were here to do. You've always known. And it was your purpose to actually come here and be the Temperance Angel, to be the star, you know, to give out this love, this wisdom, this knowledge that you hold within you. This was your purpose, to bring this to the planet, to the earth, to help others to evolve, because evolving and consciousness for yourself has been something very easy. You've very easily fallen into that way of life. It's been a way of life for you. It is your way of life, and you have had the few happiness haters basically, and you've forgiven them. You've forgiven these people. I acknowledge that harbouring resentment blocks the flow of love, and that's what I was saying. You've forgiven these people, places and things of your past, because you know that if you don't forgive, it's going to block your heart chakra, so you will not be able to move into your positioning basically. And this is probably what they were trying to do. Over the Temperance Angel, we have empathy. I am open to see both sides of a situation. So yeah, you know, I believe that you are very empathic, and you could excuse me, you could understand that this is what was happening, and this is why you've forgiven these people, places and things that were trying to ruin your happiness basically. They were happiness haters, and because of you, I think this is the power that you have. Because you are an empath, you can feel emotions. You can feel when people, you know, are ill, when they're low, when they're down. You can sense energies. You can sense energies around people. You can sense what energies have been around people, and so on and so forth. And this is one of your gifts. This is one of the gifts that you was born with. This gift, you know. You were the star. You were, whatever you've got now is something that you've had from the beginning of your life on this planet, and probably of previous lifetimes, to come here with so many, you know, so many beautiful gifts. This was your destiny basically. We had it before. We were your purpose. Over the Empress, we have growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness, but that came on the downside. And I do believe that these people from your past, who you've forgiven and who you've moved on from, you knew with your empathy, with your feeling, with the way you can pick up things, you knew that they were trying to stop your growth. They were trying to stop all your abundance, all your ideas of being the emperor, the empress. They were trying to block your ideas, to block who you are, to block what you've actually got coming. Over the star, we have perseverance, but you persevered, you know, because you are the star, you persevered. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to, and you did. You forgave, you moved on, and you persevered into the Temperance Angel, and you started to discipline yourself. You disciplined yourself, and we have grief, and it was upside down. I understand that having something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So you're not grieving over this situation. You know that it was a lesson. I do believe that you were very upset about whatever happened with the way they were treating you, the way you were being treated. And I do believe you did grieve at the time, but you're over it. You're way over the grief. You've moved out of it. You've moved out of this feeling. And I think you've learned to fine tune your empathy, as we had like in the beginning with your ascension. Your ascension was to help you understand your empathy, to understand your gifts, to understand that grief is a process and it's something that we all have to go through. And this is what you had to learn. Not just grief of losing someone, but grief in all aspects of life. You can lose a job, you can lose an earring, and you're still going to grieve over it. It's that kind of thing. So you've understood about grief. You've learned how to understand grief, basically. So you don't grieve about these situations because you've forgiven and you've moved on. And over the Empress, we have success. So I know that there is no greater goal than to love. So all along, you've always had that love in your heart, the feeling, the empathy, and you're going to be very, very successful at whatever this concept that you're going into. I do believe it's to do with what you are here to do. I do believe it is to share your knowledge to the collective, to be consciously aware of who you are and to share these gifts and all the knowledge that you've been learning since the day you got here. Basically, you're here to learn. You're still here to learn, yeah, but you're here to learn others and to share your knowledge, and to do that in a way that only you can explain it, if you understand what I mean. Okay, so we're going to do some messages, and then we're going to do the angels, and then I'm going to close this reading because it was a really, really lovely, lovely little reading. So basically, you're on the right path, you're on the right trajectory, and the concept that you are doing is going to be so successful. On the start, there is no time where I am, there is only time on earth. And that has fallen on the one where we had precious time as well. So again, you are basically a time traveller. You can travel from past, present, future. And this is done on a spiritual, realm, on the spiritual existence. This is who you are. This is another one of your gifts. You're very gifted. You're gifted to be able to move backwards and forwards in time, in space. Over the the Temperance Angel. I've lost my head of cards. I am just a thought away. So, these cards have come out the same as they did the other day. I am just a thought away, being the Temperance Angel. You know that, you can think and you can be at any place in time, any place, any energy, any realm, any vibration. You know that you can just think it and you're there. And this is who you are. This is what you can do. This is the way you move, basically. Over the Empress, tears cleanse the soul. So I do believe there has been a lot of tears, but you do understand that it's a clearing, it's a cleansing process, because they do say that the eyes are the windows to the soul. And I believe that also this is when we cry, this is where we allow our emotions to come out. To cry is to allow that to allow it to come out. I mean, you had the grief and the empathy. So you know that once you allow yourself to let go and you open your heart up to allow all these stuck, fixed, horrible emotions that were caught up inside of you out, and you let them out, this is what you're doing when you're crying. You're cleansing your soul. You're actually cleansing it with your tears. And it's a beautiful thing, really, to be able to do that. I think there's a lot of people who do hold back their tears, and you shouldn't hold back. If you need to cry, cry, get it out, let these emotions out. They're just going to be trapped else inside of you, you know, and you're not going to be able to evolve, are you, really, with all these trapped emotions and this pent-up anger? So over the star, we have Annual with courage. So you need courage, you needed courage, or yeah, you know, and you have a lot of courage. You have a lot of courage, and this is you. This is Annuals around you with that courage. You have the angels around you who give you the courage to move in the ways that you actually do move. Over the temperance angel, we have beginnings. So yeah, you had the courage to move out of all these situations of your past, anything that was trying to stop you moving into who you actually are. You had the courage to walk into your new beginnings. Over the Empress, we have Michael with I am present. So that is who you are. You are the I am present. You have evolved into your higher being, your consciousness with Creator, with your I am presence. That is basically who you are, and you have moved so swiftly and smoothly into it from an early time in your life, you know. We have Raphael with cleansing. You've always been clearing and cleansing. You know, I believe you've got a lot of fire, a lot of water in your chart. And again, we have the art central, the art chakra there. And, you know, you cleansed everything. You cleanse and you remove things. Over the temperance angel, we have meditation. You do go into meditation. You know, this is what you do in your meditation. This is where you start moving from past to present to future. This is where you get your mindful state of being. This is where your I am presence comes in, and this is where you know, you do things mindfully. You know, you do things on a mindful basis in the now moment, and you do it in meditation as well. I believe that it's like as though you're in a constant meditative state, you know, and you just flow basically through life. Over the Empress, we have patience. I do believe that you had to learn patience. You've always been someone who wants things done now. And this is something that you've had to learn. And because you've learned patience, this is why you have become into the temperance angel, the emperor, the empress. And the patience is going to bring forward all the ideas and everything that you've got inside of you to give out to others. So I'm going to close this reading because I don't want to keep going on. I think it's going on too long. So it's basically you're just beautiful and shiny, temperance angel, the emperor, empress. So whatever you're doing is going to be very, very successful. Yeah. So I'm not shuffling on my mind. So we have the magician over the star. We have justice over the temperance angel, which just means the balance. The magician is that, you know, the star, the power within you. And over the empress, we have the hanged man, and that was in the upside down position. So anything that was there trying to stop you becoming the emperor, the empress, this hanged man, male or female, you know, whatever was trying to stop you, they can't stop you. Whatever they were doing to cloud your judgment, to reflect badly upon you, to trap you in any kind of a situation. Anything that was being sent to you, the emperor, the empress, it's no longer being sent to you, because they basically trapped themselves in their own prison, their own prison of the mind. Whatever they were doing to you, they're knowing that whatever spell work, because I'm taking that from the moon that was being sent to you, that's being all sent back to them, because we have the mirror with the reflection. And it's reflecting, and there's a gateway. So basically, you know, anything's what was it all was closed. There was always something that stopped it, because how could they do that to a magician, to someone who is totally balanced in justice of themselves? In, like I was saying previously, you believe in the universal laws, you stand by the commandments, you're very central, you're very balanced, you're very at one with your dark and your light side. You're in that very now moment, in mindfulness, in peace, in tranquility. Being the temperance angel you're going to be, your consciousness is like bang on, basically. So I hope you found something from this reading, and from myself, from my team, and from Creator. We wish you unconditional love, light, and healing energy. Have a blessed day. Thanks, guys. Bye.